Today's topic, we're going to talk about, are women seeking attention in the gym? So let's dive into it. When it comes down to the gym culture, things have definitely changed compared to how it was a couple of years ago compared to how it is right now. And that's because of, you guessed it, social media, right? So social media definitely played a big role when it comes down to attention, seeking instant gratification, and things of that nature. So right now I'm just drawing like a full-on circle. I don't even know what I'm doing right here, but I'm trying to draw an attractive female, all right? Out of my imagination. So I'm gonna make her go like this, show her shoulders, all that type of stuff. Now, have I personally seen that type of, or ever been involved in a situation like that where, you know, a girl's just like in the middle of her working out and then she's like doing recording, having a tripod? The answer is yes, I have definitely seen that.
Oh, here we go again.
Is it as common as you see it on the internet? No. Are there people who seek attention? Yeah, of course, because it's the gym. Let's be real. Majority of people in the gym, they want attention. It's not just them trying to improve their bodies. It's also for them to show off their bodies. Now, we also got to understand that the internet is exaggerated, right? It's full of exaggerations. What we see is not something that is extremely common. Do people look? Yeah, everyone looks. It's the gym. Even if you're not attracted to them in that type of way, you're still going to look because you're in the trenches trying to change your body. And there's always different types of gym goers. You got your average 9-to-5ers, right? Work 9 to 5, you got kids. Then you got the category of really good genetics, right? They're natural, you could question them, but they are natural and they have really good genetics. So those are the types where, you know, they're always in the gym. Then you got the ones like this, which is pretty much, she's just in her own world and she's doing it for social media. She's doing it for the gram. She's doing it for TikTok, you know. And when somebody's in her way, you know, she always brings that tripod of hers, right? Brings a tripod and she starts filming, whether she uses her phone or she brings the actual camera. Or she brings someone in which that person does the same thing and they both end up taking pictures for each other for social media.
Stop it. Get some help.
Because the internet has a tendency of exaggerating. You don't really see women who look like that, or guys who look like that, like guys who are on PEDs or have insane genetics, or women who got a humongous... Damn! So when you see a lot of this compilations, it's gonna obscure your brain into thinking like, yeah, every time, you know, I bet you I'm gonna see that in the gym. Like you're not gonna see that, trust me. I'm just being honest. I mean, majority of people are not in crazy shape. Let's say, for example, you know, you just doing your thing, working out, and you come across someone who is really just in her own world, right? So to speak, like she's doing it for the gram or whatever, and then you just somehow, you know, you bumped into her or you walk past her set and then she's getting upset, or like she thinks you're looking at her. I'm telling you, man, if that happens, what is she gonna do? Is she going to call the gym person, whoever works there, to just be like, hey, this person is looking at me. Oh my God, they're looking at me. They can't stop looking at me. It's like, no.
We don't care.
Let me tell you, we don't care.
So I always find that interesting. It's like, I want the attention, but I don't want the actual attention. This is what you call a first world problem. There are bigger things that are happening in this world, and the internet just likes to put things out in the algorithm as if this is that much of a big deal. It really isn't. Yeah, guys don't really, I'll be honest with you, guys don't even really look at girls like that anymore. We are fully aware of what we're seeing, but we're not just like, oh my God, I'm gonna keep looking at her for like hours amongst hours and then walk by her and then just not say nothing and just keep looking at her. Like, people don't normally do that. Now, at the same token, people don't normally also take out a tripod and just start filming as if they're filming some sort of a documentary about fitness and posting it on their social media. This is like a couple of years ago, and I went to the gym. I went to a local gym, and I was on the Stairmaster. And while I was on the Stairmaster listening to music, I look and I've noticed, I was like, what the? So these two girls, and I could tell they're influencers. They just go to the gym. They went inside the gym, and they took pictures of each other. They just took pictures of each other holding the weight, doing a little bit of reps, and then all of a sudden they left. And they was giggling while they skipping, and they just left. And I was like, what was that? It was so uncanny to me. It was so weird. They literally just came in there just to take some pictures of each other. You know, switch the phone. She's capturing her right there. She's doing the same for the other girl, and then they just leave. I don't know. I don't know, people. I don't know. People are in their own world. That's all I can say. You know? And again, in the gym, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. If people want to record and if it's allowed, okay. But if it's allowed, then if a guy is just looking at you and he's not staring at you, he just looked at you, and then his body just can't help but to look at you a little bit more, what's wrong with that? He's not bothering you. He's not going to come up to you. He's just liking what he's seeing. Just like how we stare in the mirror at ourselves throughout the progress of us in the gym. As long as no one is touching each other, they're not causing any harm. Now, I've seen a story where there was harm, and that story was messed up. I saw this where this girl was a competitor, right, for like bikini, like things of that nature, like wellness or something like that. This happened I believe it was like 2 years ago. And she was working out in her residential gym. So that means, you know, where she lives at in her apartment, there's a residential gym, right? So pretty much it's a private gym for people who live there. And this guy, and mind you, I don't even think she was recording herself while she was working out. She was just working out. And this guy just came up to her. And she just kept on like telling her, like, you know, giving him the sign, like, yo, move away from me, I'm not interested. And then he started to make more advances. And then at this point, they start tussling. And thankfully, she managed to take him down, right? Because the good news about her is that she was, or maybe she still is, a competitor, right? So she's a competitive bodybuilder that does like bikini, wellness, one of those two. And she managed to take him down and then run out of the gym. See, those are one of those rare incidences where the guy is crazy. He made advances towards her, and she was letting him know, like, I'm not interested. Leave me alone. And then what did he do? He didn't take no for an answer. So he started to force himself upon her, and where she had to defend herself. And that's even more creepy because it's not even a local gym. This is a private residence gym. So the guy possibly lives there. I believe he actually lives there. So hopefully the guy got kicked out of living in that apartment, because no woman or man should deal with something like that, in which now they feel uncomfortable in their own facility. That right there is just like, man, that sucks. But normally all this stuff that we see, it's like, this is my theory. All this stuff that we see where like a girl's like, oh, I can't believe why they looking at me. Why they looking at me? I'm just here. I don't want them to look at me.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
It really is the opposite. It's more like I want someone to look at me as I'm dressed up half naked, so then that way I can even make more money to get more exposure on my social media platform. Because at first it was more of like a genuine, she's just overreacting, but now it's become more of like, we want that to happen. Like, we really want that to happen. I wouldn't even be surprised if some of it could even be staged. It could be staged. She could literally just lie the whole entire time, just hire somebody, or maybe that could be her brother's friend or whoever, sister's brother, and then just fabricate it. Yeah, he kept looking at me. And get views. Because now we live in a day and age where reality and what we see on the internet, the lines are extremely blurred. I mean, there's funny, awkward moments where I can tell a girl is like, you know, training next to me because she wants me to look at her for attention. And that's why you got those funny memes where like, funny video memes where a girl's like doing certain seductive workouts next to a guy and the guy's like sweating so much trying not to look. I mean, yeah, some girls do that for attention. Just, it's like, whatever, just ignore it. Or if they want me to look, okay, I will look, but then I'm not gonna approach the person. It's the gym. People are there to just work out for the most part. Not everybody's there for more clout on social media. So the average gym you go to, you're not gonna come across people like that. Now, are influencers getting bigger by the day? Of course, everybody trying to get out the 9-to-5 grind. Yeah, that's definitely it for sure. But again, the likelihood of encountering those type of people, nah, that's not gonna really happen. You just see certain people that will do like PRs or like lift heavy, but someone doing a backflip like how they show on social media. Some dudes doing like a backflip, then they bench press, then they do another backflip, and then they go into another set, then they do a superset. That's not common. That's for the gram. And it makes certain people feel insecure as well. It's like, oh, how come I can't look like her? I'm like, do you know that she got a BBL? Like, she can't even look like that, you know? Same thing with, especially when it comes down to guys. It's like, yeah, you know that this guy is not natural. And who cares if they're natural or not? What does that have to do with you? Stop looking at other people. Stop admiring other people. Focus on yourself. Focus on your reality, not the BS internet reality, which is fantasy. Imagine if a guy goes into a bar or a lounge and he's dressed up with an expensive watch and he's making it rain in front of local people. Should he be surprised if anyone's going to try to steal his money or his items? He shouldn't be. And he had to take accountability because of how he is dressed and what he's doing. Oh, well, you could dress however you want. No, this world has rules. If I could dress however I want, then why not just go outside naked? Oh, I can't do that. Why? It's a policy. You can't do that. It's inappropriate. So when you're dressed a certain way in the gym, and not only that, but when you record yourself and you're doing something where your workout routine looks very on the seductive side, you shouldn't be surprised if you're going to get a response with people looking at you. And they know that too. They're aware of it. And the ones who aren't, I feel sorry for them, because it's like, how are you not aware of cause and effect? Now, am I saying, oh, don't dress at all? Dress however you want to dress, but just understand that you're, especially the people out there who shows off with their bringing a tripod and doing some ridiculous workout routine, and they get mad if somebody jumps it, if some random person just kind of blocks them as they're walking by, like, you're messing up my set. I'm recording here. Guess what? You're living in this world with other people. People need to stop having this notion as if the world is their oyster and people should like automatically listen to everything they have to say and comply with what they're doing. Especially if you're in a local gym. If you don't like that, then invest in having your own gym. Have your own private gym in your home. Do that. Because guess what I've learned too? Is that for the most part, all of the attractive women that be going to the gym, guess what time they go? They don't go when it's early in the morning. Because no one's really there. They go when it's crowded. Why? Because they like attention. It's not just because it's the time when they get out of work. No, they like attention. If you're a real gym goer, you don't like going through that. You want to be in and out. You want to move smooth. You want to just do your sets, do your reps. You don't want to wait for some random person to finish what they're doing. You're in and out. Like a job, you just in and out. That's it. But for the ones who go there when it's like peak hours, that's attention. This random girl. Alright, so let me see if I'm gonna just draw this person right here who's like a creep. Just like, draw this random person just working out. Then have his hairline recessed. Some ears right here. And then have him like trying to lift some weights. I'm trying to lift some weights while he's looking at her. And then she's upset. There we go. Out of my head. Out of my head. Alright. Let me just draw that right there. Let me ask you guys in the comment section below, have you encountered a woman who brings a tripod and she's like working out, taking selfies? Or B, have you encountered a woman like that who got upset because somebody was looking at her? Let me know if you experienced that down below. Oh no, I don't like it when people look at me as I'm working out, or if anybody's in my way while I work out. Like, couldn't you go to the other side? You see my tripod right there. Hey, get yourself your own gym. How about that? Get a room. Now, the biggest question is, should filming be banned? Let me know down below. Should filming be banned? In my opinion, it shouldn't. It shouldn't be banned. But if people are going to take it to the next level where they literally are just there bringing like, you know, stage lighting and different tripods and all that stuff. Like, okay, I will agree. The only tripod you could bring that's fine, that's not that annoying. Tripods are still annoying anyway, but what to me that's more tolerable is what you see right here that I drew, like a cell phone tripod. That's fine, but an actual, like, you know, camera tripod, nah, that's too much. I'm not gonna lie, that's just too much. Exaggerating right here. Let me add like that, a few lines. Let's work on this guy right here. Let's work on this happy man who's just like smitten over her. There we go. And then give him like small ears. I mean, he's looking at her as motivation so he could lift heavier weights. How about that? I remember that time, I think they still do this on Instagram, where they just go way too out of control with all of that. Like, we get it. Guys will look at a woman and they'll give us like some motivation to lift heavier, but my goodness. You got people where the girl is sitting on top of the guy's lap as he's bench pressing. Why? What's the point of that?
Nice.
The closest thing I've ever done to that is like, you know, the typical like she's on your back as you're doing push-ups, but that's different because that's legit resistance that's added onto your back. So that actually can improve your triceps if a girl's on top of your back, because that's more weight on your back and your whole entire body and more pressure on your triceps to actually do the range of motion. And then I've seen people go all out with like, I'm gonna mess up on these hands. I tell you, I don't like drawing hands. I don't like drawing hands, so it is what it is. These hands ain't gonna look good. Yeah, so I've seen outrageous stuff where like the guy will use two girls as he's bench pressing. So each side will have one girl and he's like lifting them. Like, that is ridiculous, and not in a good way, in a bad way, because first of all, each woman, right, on each side, they do not weight the same exact weight. So that's almost like putting 2 plates of 45 on one side and 1 plate of 45 on the other side. That's dangerous. You're not supposed to do that. That's asymmetrical. You can even tear your triceps by doing that, because your body is supposed to be balanced. It's not supposed to have free weight of one girl who could be like 150 and the other one is like 165. No, never do that. And the problem is that you will see guys who will look at that and they'll imitate it. No different from, you know, girls out there who get BBLs and act like, yeah, how I got this body is due to working out. Like, no, it's due to the surgeon. The surgeon got you looking like that, not you, right? And girls will copy that. You know, monkey see, monkey do. Tripods? Why not? Let's get that tripod going on. Now let me ask you guys another question. Do you think they're doing this for attention? Or do you think they're actually doing it because they actually want to work out and they just want to be left alone? Let me know what you guys think. Attention is a terrible drug. And what's also messed up that I didn't talk about till now I'm talking about it, is the fact that you put this guy on the internet who's looking at you. Now, it would have been a different story if you blur it out. You just add filters, right? You use filters on your face. Why don't you filter him out? So that way he doesn't have to be embarrassed, so his family or his friends and loved ones don't make fun of him. Or he could probably get laid off from his job because your video went viral and his company saw him looking at you, and now they feel uncomfortable to still have him work here, so they got rid of him. So congratulations, you just ruined someone's life just because of your selfishness and the need to want to go viral. So that to me is messed up. Now, like I said before, like if it was the other guy who went and approached her and she wasn't comfortable with his advances and he just doubled down trying to do something to her, he deserves all of the punishment he gets. Someone who just looks, ain't even approaching you. He's not staring at you for a long time. He's probably just looking because you got a tripod and you talking to yourself. That's kind of weird. So it's not even looking out of attraction. And so what if it is? Not staring at you for a long time. I mean, it comes with the territory if you go out in public, go into the gym, and you're dressed up half naked for attention. You got what you want. Some people, they look at it like it's a video game, but like with Instagram and all this stuff, it's literally like their video game. They create an avatar, they create a persona. And when someone interrupts their game, they get upset.
No! No!
You know that feeling, guys, when your mom, when you was a kid, your mom's like, Jerry, take out the trash. And you're like, wait. I gotta finish this. Take out the trash now. Oh, gotta pause the game. She ruined my flow. Well, that's how these influencers feel. When someone interrupts them through the tripod or someone is looking at them where they don't want to be looked. That's how they feel. Or some of them, they want that impression. They fabricate it. They will fabricate it just to get views. Gym is there for you to work out, not for you to be an influencer to hog up the space. You know, let me actually, should I put like a star in his eyes? Maybe add like a heart inside of his eyes too. Put a shadow right here. And there you have it. Let me add the date, signature, and date. This was great. This was fun. What do you guys think in the comment section below? This random illustration. This was fun to make. Just drawn out of my head with a ballpoint pen. Alright. Also, if you have any other topics you guys want me to cover while I talk and draw, that's what's called Stylo Convo. Drawing with a ballpoint pen, talk about topics. Let me know down below. Don't forget to like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.